What if I told you that the best-selling car in America and the best-selling car in Italy look like they belong on entirely different planets? One's a hulking pickup truck built to conquer highways and haul serious weight. The other, a compact, no-nonsense hatchback designed to navigate narrow streets and sip fuel like a fine espresso. These vehicles aren't just about getting from A to B. They represent two vastly different lifestyles, needs and values. In most cases, as automakers understand that. They tailor their lineups to fit the people, the roads, and the regulations. But sometimes, they get it wrong. Today, we're looking at a fascinating list of vehicles that had the potential to thrive, but only if they had been introduced in the right place. Missed markets, mismatched buyers, and some truly head-scratching decisions. Let's dive in. Fiat Panda versus K cars. In Italy, the Fiat Panda reigns supreme. And for good reason. Fuel prices are insane. Taxes punish big engines, and the roads are tight. Small cars make sense. Now consider Japan's K cars. Compact, efficient, affordable, and smartly designed. So why aren't they a thing in Europe? They meet all the same needs. Honestly, swap your Fiat Panda for a Suzuki Hustler, and you're winning. Europe, you're missing out. El Camino versus HSV Maloo. Now, let's switch gears. Literally. Remember the Chevy El Camino, the 1970 SS version? A muscle car masquerading as a truck, bursting with horsepower and attitude. After its run ended, Australia picked up the torch with the HSV Maloo. It was unhinged, aggressive, and equipped with 575 horsepower of fury. A construction site monster with a racetrack soul. Here's the kicker. It was made by GM. Yet it never came to America, a country obsessed with trucks. They teased us with concepts under the Pontiac badge, but nothing ever reached production. Then GM pulled the plug on both Pontiac and Holden. A muscle truck built for Americans, never sold to them. Tragic. VW Fidian, China only. Let's talk luxury. Volkswagen's Fidian is a full-size premium sedan sold only in China. It's based on the elongated Audi A6L, dressed in VW styling, and priced between the A6 and A8. It's a smart play, luxury feel, VW badge, Audi bones. But why only in China? This car would absolutely sell in places where value-conscious buyers want a taste of luxury without the badge snobbery. VW's last attempt, the Phaeton, flopped because it was too fancy for a VW. The Fidian? It's just right. So why isn't it in Europe or North America? Cadillac CT5 V Blackwing, why not Germany? Here's a car that should be on the Autobahn. The Cadillac CT5 V Blackwing. 668 horsepower, manual transmission option, track ready. It's faster and cheaper than its German rivals. So, why isn't it sold in Germany? Cadillac always struggled in Europe, but this is different. This isn't just a luxury barge, it's a weapon. Imagine this thing storming past BMW M5s and AMG Mercs on the Autobahn for half the price. It's the underdog Germany didn't know it needed. Honda E, let the people decide. Then there's the Honda E, a car so packed with personality it could star in its own animated series. Compact and charming, it looks like it was plucked straight out of the future. Or maybe a retro dream? It swaps out side mirrors for cameras, stretches a seamless screen across the entire dash, and even plays digital aquariums when idle. It doesn't shout for attention, it invites it. And yet, despite all that, the Honda E isn't available in the US. Why? Honda says Americans won't buy small EVs, that they're too expensive for the size, that there's no market. But here's the thing, cars aren't always bought with spreadsheets. Sometimes they're bought with the heart. Remember the original Mini Cooper? On paper, there were better choices. More practical, more powerful, more reliable, but people didn't care. They bought Minis because they were different, because they were fun, because they had soul. The Honda E has that same spark, and maybe even more. If Honda gave people the option, they might be surprised. Not everyone wants a 7-seat SUV with wireless massage seats and a grocery hauling cargo bay. Some of us just want something that makes us smile every time we turn it on. So come on, Honda. Stop guessing what the market wants. Start trusting that some buyers are ready to love something a little smaller, a little quirkier, and a whole lot cooler. Subaru WRX, the UK snub. Now let's talk about a heartbreak that still stings. Subaru dropping the WRX from the UK. This wasn't just another model axed from a market. This was personal. This was history being written over. The UK didn't just buy the WRX, it built it into legend. Colin McRae, Richard Burns, ProDrive, these weren't just rally heroes. They were cultural icons who carried the WRX into global mythology. From winding rally stages to back alley drag races, the UK made the WRX a movement. And Subaru knew this. Over the years, they released 20 UK exclusive special editions, limited runs that sold out almost instantly. The devotion was there. The passion was real. And now, nothing. No WRX, no BRZ. Subaru blames low sales. But here's the twist. Toyota launched the GR86, a mechanical twin to the BRZ, and it sold out in the UK in 90 minutes. Clearly, the hunger is there. So what gives, Subaru? Is it really sales? Or just short-sightedness? Because the WRX is more than a car. It's a chapter in Britain's motorsport legacy. Killing it off doesn't just shrink your portfolio. It breaks a bond you once celebrated. Bring back the WRX. Bring back the BRZ. Bring back the spirit of driving, because some legacies aren't yours to end. BMW M5 manual, a missed gear. And finally, the case of the manual BMW M5, one of the strangest automotive decisions in recent memory. Here was a car that should have been Europe's darling. A 500 horsepower V8 powered luxury sedan with a manual gearbox. A rare unicorn in a world of paddles and touchscreens. Where did BMW send it? North America. The land where only 3% of drivers even know what a clutch pedal does. Canada didn't want it. The US didn't care. They built it anyway, believing enthusiasts would jump at the chance. They didn't. Only 577 units were sold with a manual transmission in the final generation. That's not a limited run. That's a full-blown flop. Meanwhile, in Europe, where 80% of buyers prefer a manual, BMW never offered it. Let that sink in. The last stick-shift M5, a glorious dying breed, was sent to a market that never asked for it and ignored the one that would have cherished it. It's not just about the transmission. It's about understanding your audience, about legacy, about giving purists what they want before the game changes forever. BMW had the ball, and they passed it to no one. In the end, the car world isn't just about horsepower or torque figures or 0 to 60 times. It's about emotion, culture, connection. It's about understanding who your drivers are and who they could be if you gave them something worth believing in. Some cars fail because they're flawed, but others fail simply because they were sent to the wrong crowd. Right machine, wrong market. A Blackwing that never saw an Autobahn. A Honda E that never made it to California. A WRX that never got to retire on the roads it once ruled. This isn't just about sales charts. It's about stories that could have been told. So if you're like us, if you live for these what-ifs, these global car culture twists, these underdogs and unsung heroes, then hit that subscribe button. Drop us a like, explore the rest of our channel, because here at Revved Up Riches, we don't just drive the news, we dive deep into it. And remember, engines may cool down, but passion, that never fades.